Hey everyone, welcome back to Riffs and Gigs. I'm Riley, and today I'm joined by two members of the wonderful Thaumblast. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thornblast,
Yes. Yeah,
Soundblast.
Storm,
You can pronounce it however you want,
like Storm
brother,
Bird.
but Thaumblast is the official
Excellent.
pronunciation.
Very wizardy theme today, which is excellent.
I don't know what you're talking about. We wear this every day, brother. I literally get out of bed like this. I go to bed like this. This hat hasn't been washed since the dawn of time.
You open up the wardrobe and it's just lots of different versions of the same get up, same robes, same
Am I right
everything.
to say I don't
Pretty
have a
much.
wardrobe. I have a wardrobe. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That sucked. Sorry.
It's fine. We'll clip it. That'll make it straight onto the reels and the TikToks. For anyone that isn't aware, obviously, who are Thornblast? Who what are Thornblast?
I have no fucking clue. But yeah. We are a five-piece power metal band from the lost lands of Leicester that we formed last year, and we've started to release material and shows this year. We are full-on fucking wizard themed. All of our songs are wizard oriented about magic and fucking undead unicorns and having sex with dragons and doing crazy ass wizard shit, casting spells and fucking having a good time, getting drunk as shit on potions and like just living that manor life, baby.
There we are. Interview done. We've got everything. Um, I just love it. I think I saw you guys. I think I got in touch with you guys end of last year. I think you popped up on my Instagram feed and I was like, these guys are cool. I need to contact these guys just because everything you do is so right in my lane. I just love it. How did the project come to be? How did you guys get together and be like, yep, we're wizards now. We're doing this.
Oh, do you know what? It was me. I went to. I've always been a fan of metal, and I've been playing in like a folk punk band for quite a lot of time as well. And we went. I love fucking love Alestorm and then Cypherium and stuff like that. And I saw Alestorm live at Rock City like year before last or something for the first time of seeing Alestorm, even though I'd listened to them for years.
Mm.
And I loved just how much fun they were having and how stupid and ridiculous it all was. And I was like, damn, I want to do that, motherfucker. I want to do that shit. So I started mulling around in my old noggin, like every gimmick's taken. What's a gimmick that's not been taken yet? You got troll bands, you got fucking pirate bands, you got all this wizards. No one's done wizards yet. So it was literally a calculated move to start a wizard metal band. Wrote a bunch of songs and then spent like a year and a half trying to find the actual musicians that were into it as well. Luckily, the guitarist from my other band, the folk punk band, the Whiskey Rebellion, Lon, was down like a clown, and then he got our bass player here, Joss, involved, and then I think Joss got our drummer, Toby, involved. So it's sort of just like skee balled with other members, finding other members. So yeah, it was groovy.
Yeah. It was lucky for me because I used to work with Lon and we worked on the other sides of the office and I just overheard him talking about how difficult it is to keep a bass player one day. And I'm primarily a guitarist, but like I have a bass, I played the bass in the past. And I just sent him a little message on Teams just like, oh, I hear you're looking for a bass player. And then, yeah, he sent me the demos and they were just like, I'm not really from a power metal background myself, but there was just something about the demos. It was just like, holy fuck, this is like fun music, like really fun music, really good music. And the demo title names, like that's how I fucked a dragon. Like you're just drawn in immediately, you know? So yeah, from there, yeah, I brought Toby in because he was someone I knew as a good drummer from, through my friends. And he kind of fit in, like a jigsaw piece, really.
And that's what I'm all about the fun
Yeah.
metal. Obviously, with being in Shadowfen as well, and we've said amongst ourselves, you just fun. Metal needs to be fun. That's
Absolutely.
the big takeaway. I'm all for a bunch of dudes dressed up in black t-shirts, playing really heavy stuff on stage, being really angry. But then I'm also for guys dressed up as dinosaurs running around on the stage having a good time. So
Yeah,
Oh, I think that's something I fucking love about like proper like black metal. You know, like the whole corpse paint and the Hail Satan and the shrieking and all of that. And it's horrible, and the performance of it live is just grotesque. And they put on this parody of it being so serious, but you know the best ones underneath it are not taking it seriously. They're having a fucking blast with it. You know, I always find it kind of amusing when people talk about metal in this. They put it on this pedestal as being, you know, untouchable. You got to be so serious when you're playing it, but then these guys are just like, ah, fuck it. Yeah,
yeah,
I love that shit.
you're standing in the middle of a really cold forest with like spikes, and it's like no one's thinking you're really tough guys. You know,
yeah,
it's
exactly.
it's all it's all a fun act.
Yeah, I think it can suck the joy out of it a bit as well. You know, like there was a quote from a Lamb of God documentary or something where they used to have this rule where they would never smile on stage. You're not allowed to smile on stage, and then they realized it's just more fun if you like actually try and enjoy yourself. And if you're allowed to smile, then that's all good. You know, you can serious music, but take it unseriously. You know.
It's like
Yeah, you've got the
yeah,
smile on stage. It's the sorry,
Yeah.
Brad,
yeah, that's fun.
but it's because the audience feeds off of your vibe, man.
Oh,
If you're
absolutely.
like cold and impassive, the audience isn't going to feel it. But if you're having a fucking blast, like I fucking saw Tier last year, and their bass player was just like you could tell he was having so much fucking fun, like running around doing all these crazy faces, just having a fucking whale of it. And because of that, everybody else was feeling it as well, 100%. Anyway, sorry to be interrupting you.
No, no, that's completely fine. It's like in our gigs in Shadowfen gigs, you know, I'm not sure how much longer we'll keep it up, especially if we get like bigger gigs. But we always just offer inflatable swords to people, and
We've got to get some of those
you you
little ones,
you
maybe.
you could be standing there arms crossed, really really serious. But the moment someone hands you an inflatable sword and you're listening to like some songs about going on quests and fighting people, you're like waving it around, having fun. And
Yeah,
I think a great example of serious musicians but still fun is obviously Killswitch Engage. You know, very,
yeah,
very
Adam
serious
D,
band.
man.
Adam D, you know, going off and shoving pizza in his mouth mid solo or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
like
that's the balance.
anyone that can rock short shorts and a cape with a vest on stage, like they know that they have the best job in the world, basically.
There's a great band. I don't think they're together anymore, but a band called Footprints in the Custard. Um,
I love the
Um,
name. I can just imagine already. Are they like some kind of like sloppy gore grind band or something?
they're called. I'm speaking in past tense because I'm pretty sure they're not together anymore. But they kind of build themselves as party metal.
hmm.
But so really really heavy stuff, really kind of growly vocals, blast beat drums, that kind of thing. Uh, saw them live. I want to say at one of the Warhorns festivals. Again, another festival that doesn't seem to exist anymore. But very heavy music, very very fast, very blast beating. Singer comes on with light up shoes and a mankini.
Nice.
I'm sold.
That is incredible, man.
It's just taking something so unfun and just making it fun. It's just so
Yeah,
much more enjoyable. And going back to Alestorm, you know, I think when I first listened to the EP, your guys' EP, I was like, this is very Christopher Bose-esque writing. It feels very that, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, one of our tracks, Necroprancer, was heavily influenced by an Ailstorm song, Dead Marauder.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
like if you put them side by side, like they're completely different. But I definitely like took liberties with like the melody and the chord structure that they had within there. I was like, I loved like that melodic chorus with like fucking brutal screaming coming in afterwards, and like yeah, heavy riffs with melodic side of it. And I think that song, Dead Marauder, was actually one of the more like less jokey sounding ones that Ailstorm have done. Like
yeah.
it's yeah, but yeah, I totally influenced by Ailstorm all through and through.
I mean, on that same EP that the Dead Marauders on, you've got the Uzbekistan song, which is far less
Yeah,
serious, which is more what you might consider Ailstorm to
yeah,
be.
yeah, yeah.
But and again, something that I think you guys have done brilliantly is, Ailstorm, Zombies Ate My Pirate Ship. A song with that title should not be good,
Yeah,
but it is. It's brilliant. It's probably the highlight of the album, and I absolutely love it when you're looking at a song title and are like, "Well, what's this?" And when you listen to it and you're like, "Oh, this is good."
yeah,
Is obviously, power metal, fantasy metal. A lot of it is synonymous with storytelling, lore. Is there a lore to you guys as a band?
We came up with names.
yeah. We kind of, I don't know, try and embody the characters, but more, for me at least, it's more important just focusing on the music. And I don't know, there's a certain amount of you know balls that you want to kind of put into it, and I don't know, I don't want to just be in character all the time, I guess.
Yeah, and there's definitely times where we said, "Hey, we should totally do like a comic strip of our characters, or like write like a little short novel with like backstory." And I'm like, "That's fun, but also a massive waste of time. Let's write
Yeah,
this. The time that we've got should be
yeah,
spent fucking rehearsing, writing tunes, and getting good. When we're on a larger level, then maybe we'll think about that. But yeah,
yeah,
for now, it's
exactly.
not something that we're thinking about."
Yeah.
You've
So
you've
I've always had a wish to do like a full concept album at some point in some kind of project that I'm working on, and this feels like ripe for a good concept. So and we're all we're all big D&D fans. We've all like written stuff in the fantasy kind of space. So I feel like being able to get a nice narrative with some lyrics behind it might be possible in the future, but for the moment, it's just make some good fucking music.
you almost want a very special Thornblast D&D campaign. I'm
Oh
not sure
yeah,
what that would entail. Lots of wizards doing wizard things,
I guess so.
but
Yeah, five
yeah,
wizards in a party,
I
just
mean,
like taken out
I'm
by a bunch
totally
of.
up for getting together full costume and just doing a D&D campaign. That would be sick.
Oh yeah, I'd be cool. I am a big proponent of playing D&D in full costume as well.
Do you know
what you
what? I came
do.
up with an idea and I've not been able to find one, but I wanted to get a giant inflatable D20, like a massive fucking D20 that you could throw into the crowd and maybe like what they roll would have some indication of like maybe like the dance move that everyone has to do or like the next song that comes on or something like get involve the crowd with a giant D20, but I can't find any giant inflatable D20s online except for like our fucking Timu and shit. So yeah.
They roll a one and that's it. That's just your set over.
Yeah,
Yeah, we finished. Yeah, yeah.
I was going to say that's the secret. You plan this D&D campaign. You put up gig posters. You're selling tickets to a gig. People turn up, and there is no gig. It's just a live action D&D campaign that they have paid
yeah.
to.
Where we role play playing a game.
And then maybe at some point in that campaign, you play a song, and then it goes back to the campaign as normal.
Maybe. I feel like we might lose fans from that though.
Or
Yeah.
gain them. Depends.
Yeah.
It's a
I mean,
gamble.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
we'd
that would
only
be
be
a dream
losing
to
fans
make
that don't
people come
love
and
to
just
be
watch us
there.
play. Yeah,
So I guess then, kind of, when it comes to songwriting, what is your process? Is there a certain kind of structure or a way you approach kind of
Oh man,
songwriting, or
well,
is
it's changed since I started the project. Since I started writing like a year and a half to 2 years ago, and I wrote a whole EP by listening to other bands that I was into and trying to emulate their sort of style. But what I didn't do was focus on like the chorus and the vocal melodies. I pretty much wrote an entire EP instrumental, and then I was like, right, I'm gonna come up with lyrics over the top of that. And I found very, very quickly that that was a stupid fucking thing to do. So what I've been doing with the more recent tracks is coming up with a vocal line for the chorus or a pre-chorus and building everything else around that because I've found the most important thing that you can have is a catchy ass hook. The moment you've got that chorus that everyone's like that's sing alongable 100%, and then work backwards from there. So at the moment that's where I'm going. We are working a little bit more in tandem, especially me and Joss with songwriting now. Even though I am quite domineering and very protective of what I've created, we're now more in the habit of me writing a skeleton of a song firing it over to him saying, let's make a bunch of changes, and me going, fuck off. No, it's the way it
Yeah, that's pretty much the how it goes. Yeah. No, Johnny has been really good with like taking suggestions, and mostly the songs come to us pretty much finished, and I'll just kind of go through with the comb and be like, oh, this transition maybe would be better like this, or just try and put a little bit more of a stamp on it. Especially with the bass lines, taking them from just being following along with the guitars at all points to adding a few more flourishes here and there, and like bass harmonies if we need to, and just putting our own stamp on it. And Lon's been doing the same thing on his guitar parts. And yeah, I think one of the biggest changes from the early tracks as well is since bringing Jake in on the vocals. I think because your vocal styles are fairly different, and
is.
Johnny kind of did all of the demo vocals for it, and how he's used to singing. And so now we're kind of trying to find a way of writing for Jake's vocals specifically, because he's so incredible with what he does. Like the voice is definitely like the pinnacle of just that proper cherry on top of everything. And so yeah, finding a way to really kind of bring the best out of him is kind of what we're focusing on going forward, I reckon.
Like trying to write like a song that we started working on, or I started working on, called Dungeon Crawl, or the Dungeon Crawler, or something like that, where I came up with the chorus for it, and I was like, that's a fucking catchy chorus. So I recorded it, and then I recorded it 6 more times in 6 different keys. So I did it in A, B, C, D, E, and F, and then sent it to Jake and said, try it in these different keys and tell me which one is best. And he fucking didn't. He just went on it. And every now and again, I'm like, Jake, how are those things coming along? He's like, oh, I'll get around to it. But no, it's things like that, like, yeah, figuring out the right vocal style and making sure that it's in his key is pretty important going forwards.
So then obviously your EP Drunken Divinations, how how much of those tracks changed from kind of their initial demos, or are they quite close, or what's focusing on those tracks specifically? What's that development been like?
I think they're pretty much the same as when we first, well, when they were first written in the first demo. There might be like, the odd addition. I changed my bass part where the guitars kick out in Get Drunk or Die in verse 2. But other than that, really, they were fully formed when they came to us. And again, like when I first listened to the demos, how good they were is what drew me to want to audition for the band. So we didn't really feel like any of those needs to be altered in any way. It kind of like they were great. So it's only really kind of going forwards where we're starting to explore new material and kind of bringing fresh ideas from everybody across the band, even if it's just like a title to kind of work to.
Mm.
That's where we're kind of starting to really work together.
In fact, on a total tangent, Jake, sorry, Joss, have you had any chance to look at The Circle Remains yet and have listened to the like come up with any ideas for any changes or edits to the bass line or the general songwriting on that? I know you had like some ifs and buts about the way it ended.
Yeah, no, I haven't gone through with a fine tooth comb yet. I've been working on You Shall Not Pass, so yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. But yeah, so the next EP we're looking at a 4-track EP,
Nice.
which is going to be good. So we're thinking for a title, it's just going to be "You Shall Not Pass" with the title track of "You Shall Not Pass," which is I'm hoping we're going to have gig ready like for the next couple of gigs. Probably not the next gig we're playing, but hopefully the one after that we'll have that one ready to rock out.
Yeah.
We've got a nice sort of almost metalcore, new metal-y one as well to throw in there called "The Circle Remains," which is very different from what it's not really power metal. It's got a bit more of a proggy metalcore new metal influence to it, which I hope is going to work.
Yeah, but it's still in that kind of signature Thornblast style. But yeah, we're actively working on getting some stuff out as soon as possible because we've got a lot of material that's was written before everyone else joined and that we're working on now. So we want more for people to listen to because it's really good music. So
I'm hearing a Thornblast new metal, and I'm just imagining Fred Durst in a wizard hat.
Jake has been like demanding we add a like a rap section to one song. So
Yeah, he has.
This is it.
And I guess Have you got a favourite song on Drunken Divinations at all, or one that kind of stands out to you at all? Or
Fucking
I mean, for me,
Necroprancer, baby.
it's got to be Necroprancer.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
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 they're all
yeah.
good songs, but Necroprancer is just like it's an absolute killer to play because it's just unrelenting. But it's just so fun. It's like we close the set with it currently, just to kind of like really get that energy, kind of well, that energetic feeling left with the audience and stuff. But yeah, no, it's just such a fun song, and it's so ridiculous the lyrics to it. But it's just where we can really probably have fun.
I've got to ask with Necropancer, was there anything that where did the idea come from?
Fuck, man, I don't know. I just thought it was funny. I don't know. I was just diddling around at one point, just being like, "Fucking take my hand, Necroprancer." Yeah, Necroprancer. That's funny as shit. Fuck yeah, man. I don't know. Probably came up with it at 3 o'clock in the morning while I was fucking baked or something.
Yeah.
And that's how songwriting should be. More
Fuck
more
yeah.
bands more bands should write like that, and then think how better the world would be.
Sorry, one moment. Alexa, off. Sorry.
Rogue wizardry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Just
the
your
my my
robot's brilliant.
my scrying orb telling me that my chicken is cooked. Yeah.
Go on the topic. Moving on to the topic of live shows, you kind of mentioned some of this new material will be ready to go. You know, I think it is still fair to kind of call you guys still a new band. You are still in that kind of fresh new stage,
hmm
but the amount of live shows you've got lined up is brilliant to see, and it's totally biased because we're attached to a few of them. But what have you got coming up show wise then?
Jesus Christ. Let me see if I can close this down and get my list up. 1 second, buddy. Uh, am I still viewable, or have I disappeared while I've opened up my other files?
You have disappeared, unfortunately.
Oh no. Well, let me grab them anyway. And then I'll come back. 1 second. Uh, Okie dokie. So 20th March, 4th April, May, July. Fuck, I'm not going to be able to remember all of these.
I've
That's a
got
good
it
thing.
open, don't
That's a
worry.
good thing.
Yeah, so the next one that we've, in fact, let me come back on Zoom. Ooh, I'll try and
Ta-da!
remember. Here I am back. Right, so the next gig that we have is at the end of this month. It is on the 28th of whatever month this is,
No.
March.
March.
Saturday, the 28th of March. And this one is going to be with a band called Chaplin, who are headlining, who are doing amazingly at the moment. If you haven't listened to them, check them out. They are fucking, yeah, sick, very deathcore, very brutal. But from what I gathered, their live shows are hilarious. They're headlining. You've got us and Thrash Mob. So Thrash Mob are the band of this fella who set us up with the Metal to the Masses gig that we from Coventry. I think he works closely with the venue, the Arches in Coventry, who host the Coventry Metal to the Masses. Rory and his band Thrash Mob are involved in it, so he got us involved in that. Then we've got another local band called Black Anis, who I'm pretty good friends with. So we've got the four of us all together. And then literally the weekend after that, we're in Leicester again at a rock bar called the Metal Monocle, where we were playing
Nice.
with Chaplin again, but also Inflictions, who are also sick as hell. So those are, yeah, that's going to be cool. 2 gigs over 2 weeks, both the hometown in Leicester. We've got lots of gigs in Leicester for the beginning of this year, mainly because all my contacts are in Leicester and all the venues that I know are in Leicester. So I was like, we need to get out and road test this material. So I'm just going to book us a ton of local gigs. So I think we've got another one at Duffy's Bar later on in like, I want to say April,
Uh,
without.
in May at Firebug.
So one in Firebug, that's the bank holiday weekender.
Yeah, that's the one.
And then we've
And
got
then
another one at
in
Duffy's Bar
July,
with
another one in Duffy's Bar with Dystopian Sun.
that's the
Yeah.
one, yeah.
So it's
Sweet. And
Yeah,
then
like,
we've
I've
got the one with
all right, cool.
yourselves in Hull. We've got the one in Birmingham at Scruffy Murphy's. We've got Christ. I know that we're booked to play at the Tap and Tumbler in Nottingham in like
oh nice.
October,
Yeah,
I think.
October.
but I haven't really got the details on that. All I know is that we're playing on that date. I have no idea who else is playing or what's going
Yeah.
on.
You'll
What?
find out like a week in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Should be ending off
it's
the year in a hometown headliner show at the Metal Monocle in December as well on the 18th.
I mean,
nice.
having been to the Metal Monocle a couple of times, it's a venue perfect for you guys.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah, and literally
Yeah.
it's a 10-minute walk like that way for me. So yeah, it's all good.
Excellent. Nice and easy for load in then.
No, 100%. Yeah. No, it's nice. I know the guys there. It's always a good laugh. I've spent many a drunken night waxing lyrical at the Metal Monocle. But
I mean,
yeah, I mean, no, sorry.
I was just gonna say I went there for the first time. I want to say, well, when was it on? Last year, maybe. Time just kind of all merges into one at this point. And that was it was a good vibe, good atmosphere.
Yeah. We're looking forward to it a lot anyway.
They've got a sister venue as well called the Mini Monocle in Colville, which my mate Riley runs that place. Quite like to go and play there at some point, but I'm not sure if it'll fit on the stage. But yeah, it's a great little place.
Hey, if our last gig, there was basically no room on the stage as well, and we still rocked that one. So I'm sure we can make it.
hmm
It's just means yeah, you make it work
Yeah.
easy.
So I
Let's
was
go.
listening to Shadowfen yesterday, I think, your Vanguard song.
Yes, yeah,
And I was like, yeah, it's brilliant. The production on it is amazing. The songwriting's great. I absolutely love it. And you guys were in the studio last weekend, I think. I saw on your socials
yeah, yes, yeah.
recording again.
This weekend just gone. So yeah, last weekend we were in the studio working on a track, which is shaping up to be really cool. So very excited to get that out there.
Very nice.
We've
Look forward to hearing it, bro.
this should hopefully, well, I say hopefully, it will be the second track we'll release this year because we're actually planning on doing a third one before then. We've just done that one all DIY,
Yeah.
which
Mm.
good mix of both.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with DIYing it. Our entire
No.
our EP was DIY'd, and I honestly I think the next one's going to be as well because we got a good strategy for it. You know, basically our drummer records all the parts himself, sends them over to Joss here, who records all the bass parts. Lon records the rhythm parts. I then go over it and do the lead parts. Vocals go on last, and then we
Yeah.
stick around with it for like a month, all deciding how this guy's going to mix it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a bit of a background in music tech, and I've been kind of bedroom musician for a long time, and so it's nice putting the practice into use for like a full band setup as well.
I was gonna say it's our other guitarist is the one that does a lot of the mixing when we've done it DIY, and he does a brilliant job. I'm just
Yeah.
like I'm just playing guitar. I don't know what
Yeah.
to do after. I just play my part done.
It's easier
But
than ever to like make really high quality music at home.
yeah,
And obviously there's still a learning curve and a way that we can go until we can stand shoulder to shoulder with the greats, I reckon. But for like a first EP that you've basically made with the equipment you already had, it has come out like really well.
yeah. I mean, it's, like I said, the songs sound brilliant. The EP is brilliant. It's a really strong debut release,
Yeah.
which is what you exactly want.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited to hear all the other wonderful songs, especially
Absolutely.
this new metal-y type one. You've piqued my
Yeah.
interest.
Definitely, I think the most ambitious song that's been presented so far, and we're all very much excited to sink our teeth into it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Hard work, but it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So send it my way as soon as it's finished, and
Absolutely. Maybe we'll give you a sneak peek for reviews.
that can be arranged. That can be arranged.
Yeah, we'll send you like the last 3 seconds of it.
The last 3 seconds of each song on the EP, and that's what I've got to base the whole review off. Just
Yeah.
just
Oh
those
no,
last
we
three
could cut
seconds.
each song into chunks. Like we take like the first like 5 seconds of the first track, and then the second 5 seconds of the second track. They're 5 seconds. I put them together. It's fucking
Yeah.
patchwork
Or
monstrosity.
or you give me you send all the tracks, but you've cut each one into like 10-second segments. So to hear the full track, I've got to like piece it all together like some scavenger
Yeah.
hunt type thing.
Like a
Order,
magic puzzle.
yeah. Oh,
Really
Right.
have to recite the correct incantation to put it all in order.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And that brings me quite nicely on to my last question, cautious of time. Obviously, you're both wizards.
Mhm.
Your whole thing is wizards. If you had a spell that could do anything, absolutely anything, what would it be?
I would have a spell that allowed you to fucking get every band member together at the same time at the same place to fucking rehearse. That's what I want. I want to be a fucking chronomancer who can pause time, get all of these motherfuckers into the same room to rehearse. And yeah, that's it. I want to be a chronomancer, hands down.
Yeah. I think like I love going to places, but I love being places, but I don't love going to places. Like I want to go and visit nice places, but I don't want to have to pay for a plane and spend 12 hours being uncomfortable to then be jet lagged in a beautiful country. I want to be there. So it would have to be some kind of teleportation because then oh, you need to be somewhere and it's a bit of a ball ache. No, it isn't. You just teleport there and
Just fucking
everything
there,
happens
baby.
well. You can never really be late for band practice because you realize you're late and then you grab your bass and then bam, you've
Mhm.
teleported there and you're there 2 seconds later. It's the ultimate
Yeah.
spell.
Although I'm pretty sure that if you got that, you wouldn't account for like the rotation of the Earth. So you teleport almost only like
Right.
20 miles away from the stratosphere. Shit, I
I'm
didn't
not
account
doing
for fucking
science here,
time and
Johnny.
space.
I'm not doing science here. I'm doing magic.
Or
Oh
or or
yeah,
it's
baby.
or something like the fly, and you teleport with your base, but when you get there, you've kind of weirdly merged into like some human base thing.
Half man, half
Again,
base, all metal.
I'm not trying to deconstruct my atoms. I'm not trying to calculate exactly what coordinate I need to go to. I will it and it happens because that's magic, man.
And that's why you fail.
What is it? Is it Misty Step in the Dungeons and
Yeah,
Dragons universe that you can just move,
yeah,
just do
exactly.
that? Yeah. I know
Yeah.
it's
Ever since
it's
the opening scene of X-Men 2 that I watched when I was a kid, it's just like, yeah, that would be the perfect fun spell.
I do like the idea of being like, right, it's loaded. Like, let me just carry everything, then teleport,
Yeah,
and then go think how easy it would be going home after a gig.
exactly.
You've got
Oh
it figured
yeah.
out.
You can be places without ever having to go to them. It's great.
There we are. But no, it's been an absolute pleasure. Obviously,
Yeah, thank you so
we've
much, man.
been messaging back and
Yeah.
forth for however long, so it's been really nice, kind of just getting this in the books and chatting. And I'm very much looking forward to our shows together.
Yeah, yeah, and really appreciate all the kind words in the review you put out. By the way, it was
No
really
worries.
nice.
I just love it.
Yeah,
I think I said to my partner after I'd finished writing it, I was like, that's probably the easiest review I've written for for a while.
thank you, man.
Just because it's just so me.
Yeah,
And I I'm very much looking forward to gigging with you guys because it's just going to be brilliant. It's going to be pure fun, and that's what it should all be about.
exactly.
Screw it up. All right. Well, thank you very much for the interview, man. Really appreciate chatting. It's been good.
Yes, but yeah, no worries. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right,
Will
thanks.
do.
Bye.
All right. Take care, dude.
Take care.